I can actually see for this, I want 10. Okay. Now, 10 each. Okay. If you look down here, it's giving me availability across my warehouses. Okay. So what it's saying is you've got 27 in stock. Okay. Yes, I know. Never mind. It's 27 in stock. 1,215 committed. Bit difficult, but never mind. And negative stock, because obviously what I'm doing is here I'm selling far more than I've actually got. Okay, terrible demo data, never mind. How many have I got on back order? How many have I got on purchase order? In transit? What's my potential stock? Now, on every transaction, every kind of hyperlink that you see, you can drill down and you can actually see what makes up, yeah, that 1,215 that are actually committed. And you can see that we've got a very big order there for 101 dozen, yeah, which is obviously 1,212 each. That's the base stock quantity. If I had any on purchase order, I can actually drill down on those and see, well, what's on purchase order and when they're coming in. Now, also, because I'm on this item line, I can actually see the history. So I can see, have I ever sold this item to this customer before? And if I had, there'd be some information there. Are there any substitutes? Yeah, for this item. Are there any accessories? So it may be that you're kind of selling the RAM, but do you want some static gloves while you're there? Yeah, so I'll say 1, add that to the order. Okay. And okay, so we've also got cross-sell and upsell. Okay, so what this means is we're prompting people to basically we're prompting people to say, people that buy that item also buy these items. Do you want to add them to the order? So ask the customer about them while if you're on the phone to them. So I say, oh yeah, Mr. Customer, have you thought about buying these as well? People that buy those usually buy those as well. So I'll kind of add that to the order. To make things, there's an awful lot on this screen. Okay, and we have zoom buttons, so it's far easier to take stuff off than it is actually add stuff. Okay, so if you kind of click that button there, you can expand the item lines up. Okay, and then you get the actual kind of stock information there as well. But if you're down here, you can actually use the zoom button again and actually make that bigger. So while you're dealing with it, yeah, then you can zoom it back down again. You can also do that by paging up and down as well. Okay, so if I stick back to this item line here, okay, you can see we've got main warehouse. What's the tax code? Is it drop ship? If we tick that there, then basically we have a drop ship routine in the customer. We can actually create the purchase orders directly from here as well, but essentially you could also do it as a routine. What's the pricing method? So if I overtype this here, yeah, and type €20, it'll put my name in, yeah, because I've overridden the price, if I'm allowed to, of course. If I put in that's the nominal code, what's the due date? These columns can all be dragged and dropped off, so it's up to you how much you actually have on there and how much you don't. You've got commission. Okay, so if there was going to be commission paid on these, how much would that commission be? In the top here, you have what's the sale, who is the sales rep or reps? Yeah, so all the commission is going to go to that particular rep. Yeah, which we just obviously looked at. And have we part shipped? And if we have, what are the shipments? And what's the profit on the order? And we've actually made some profit. Marvelous. But I noticed on that item they've made a loss, but maybe that's a loss leader. I don't know. Okay, so here's our order. Okay. We've got a subtotal, we've got freight. Freight will automatically be calculated by weight, by volume, and by order value, depending on what you want it to be. You can obviously override the weight calculation, the freight calculation. But we also have different a few other different items as well. Okay, so for example, kits. Okay, so if I type a kit in here, okay, it'll list all my kits, and I set one up earlier, okay, and this is a computer example. So I say okay on that. What happens is it pops up a box which is a kit configurator. So I'm going for a kit price, which is the overall price here, okay, and what it's saying to me here is which motherboard. So I can say, well, that motherboard there is included with the price, but if I have that one, it's less €15. If I have that one, it's less €30. Okay, so if I can click on that one, and then it changes the price. What RAM? Yeah, and I can do exactly the same thing there, and I can do, what hard it is. It prompts me to sort of say, what do you want? Okay, and when I say okay, it will drop all the actual individual items in. So I can see the plus box there is highlighted. If I click on that, it will actually detail all the individual items. Because kits are essentially, we're going to pick all the individual items, but we're selling the complete kit, if you know what I mean. Okay. We also have another type of item, which is a matrix item. Okay, so let's look, and what I've done is I've created a t-shirt, okay, so And my t-shirts, okay, anything in grey is obviously we've got it in stock. Anything in red, we haven't got it in stock. Okay, so what I can see here is that my t-shirts are large, medium, small, and extra large, and my colours are red, white, and blue. Okay, so what I can do is I can say, well, you want 10 of those, and you want 20 of those, but Mr. Customer, you know that these small white ones, yeah, even though you want 10 of them, okay, we haven't got any in stock. Okay, so do I want to change the sale price? Okay, it's automatically got sale prices in there, but I could apply a different sales price to each one. Say okay, and that'll drop those three items that I actually chose within the grid with the prices, and I can obviously amend it and change it. Okay, so there is a sales order. Okay, now I can print right now a pick note or an order acknowledgement if I want to. Or what I can do is I can actually, let me just save it. What I can actually do is go to what's called batch document printing here and go print picking note. And what you'll be able to see is that order, sales order number 13 in the list. So these are all my unprinted orders that need pick notes printing. Yeah, or I could see all orders that need picking note printed. So it depends how your company works. So if you have a guy in the warehouse or whatever, he might be coming in here to print all the picking notes off. But maybe that you print them off in a batch and then take them down to the warehouse to pick. It's up to you. Okay, so let's just go back to the order for a second. Okay, now we have workflow. Okay, and the workflow in the standard version, okay, is approved credit, which means that it'll look at the credit limit on the account, okay, and it'll say, right, there's the value of the outstanding orders, including tax. There's the outstanding balance on the account. Okay, take that away from the credit limit. That's how much they've got left to spend before the orders go on hold. Then, as you're doing a new order, okay, it will be adding the order up. Okay, and it will be telling you whether they're going to be this order is going to be put on hold or not. Okay, so if the actual order goes on hold, it will be automatically put to the approved credit status. Okay, but this order was automatically put to the print pick note status because it was within their credit limit. Okay, it wasn't over their credit limit. Now, so what we have in standard is approved credit, print pick note, ready to invoice, complete. Okay. So basically, we can manually decide, to move those on or not. Okay. Now, in the advanced version, okay, so let me just kind of go into the preferences in customer. You can see here, okay, that these two require credit approval and require picking note. Yeah, are statuses that can be amended. Okay, but in the advanced version, you'll be able to specify, I want an order acknowledgement, I want a separate delivery note, I want a separate pick and pack. Confirm pick and pack. So what that means is that when you do the order, yeah, you'll have, does it require credit approval? You'll have to print off, if someone ticks that box there, you'll have to print off an order acknowledgement. If someone ticks that box there, you'll have to print a picking note, ticks that one there, you'll have to confirm pick and pack, and then you'll have to print off separate delivery notes before you can actually print the invoice. It just, however you want to work, essentially. While we're actually in these preferences, there's another little box here that I want to show you, which is ignore stock levels. Now, it really depends on how you work. Ignore stock levels means that when you put an order on, in reality, in the background, it'll allocate, if you've got 100 on order, but only 50 in stock, you put 100 on the order, it allocates 100. Okay? And basically, when you do a pick note, it's got 100 on it. Yeah, when you do if you want to do the invoice, it says basically 100 on order, 100 basically to ship now. And then you have to amend it, yeah, to actually say how many you are going to ship and how many you want to put on back order.